Welcome to the Ditto video. Like the other videos, this video is divided into 3 sections: the sample sales pitch, then a review of presentation materials, and finally, the frequently asked questions, starting with the general questions and then the internal only questions. First up is the sample sales pitch.
Ditto is a fun, playful material using 1/16 inch thick Varia Eco Resin. Available in thousands of colors through the C3 color system, you can use multiple colors and negative space to create an intriguing, eye-catching wall feature, partition, or ceiling feature. You can use the negative space for elements like a monitor, as we show in the Skype installation. Ditto also looks beautiful as a series of white tiles in front of a painted wall and can be installed as a ceiling feature in the same way. Ditto tiles come in 36 tile increments for each color specification, but there are also many colors that are available in Ditto by the tile, called Ditto Direct. In addition to the colors available in Ditto, we recently introduced wood finishes for Ditto. These finishes allow this playful product to take a more classic aesthetic, useful for corporate settings, for example. Since it is a thin material, Ditto can be cold bent and wrapped around materials like a large column or used as a transitional element between wall and ceiling. Ditto also has an online configuration tool that can be used to create your space, and the material is easy to install using 2 standard 3-form hardware systems: point support, a cap and barrel system for direct attachment to a wall or ceiling, or suspend, a cable and rod system for use of Ditto as a partition. Ditto tiles are snapped together with a durable polycarbonate connector that is compatible with the 3-form hardware systems. Ditto starts at $30 per square foot, but price is largely driven by sheet yield and amount of negative space incorporated.
There's a number of materials that you should use to conduct an effective presentation on studio products. Right now we'll focus on the materials you should have to present on Ditto. You need the C3 color chain. This will be helpful to have on hand to support your presentation. You'll also need the Ditto wood chain and the Ditto 12, which contains samples of the 12 C3 colors that are available for Ditto Direct, meaning the client orders Ditto by the tile. Make sure that you have the polycarbonate connector for Ditto as well. Remember that you can use the overview fold-out brochure to show examples of the entire studio line. This brochure is a great giveaway for each attendee at your presentation. Another essential part of your Ditto presentation are the sample Ditto tiles. This photo shows C3 tiles on the left and wood tiles on the right. It's definitely a good idea to have a representation of both C3 and wood in your presentation. Finally, you should have a studio catalog, which shows all of the studio offerings. Each A&D library or firm should have at least 1 copy of this catalog. Are extra tiles supplied with each order? This depends on the sheet yield and if there are any extra tiles left over from the sheets of material needed for the client's particular wall system. In addition, the client can order additional tiles if they wish. Can extra tiles be ordered at a later date, or can the look of Ditto be updated later? The answer to this question is yes. However, die lots or consistency of the tile material may vary. Replacement tiles or a new tile material can be ordered at a later date. However, based on the complexity of the application, installing new tiles may necessitate uninstalling and then reinstalling the entire application. How much hardware should I order for my Ditto specification? Typically, a fully tiled wall would need supports every 3 to 4 holes, both vertically and horizontally. The Studio Project Manager will provide hardware in the quote based on the system size and layout. How do I clean Ditto? It's best to clean ditto with a vacuum or compressed air. What are the acoustic properties of ditto? Ditto does not have the same strong absorptive properties as woven wall, but it does carry some acoustical value due to its texture. The textures and angles of ditto diffuse or scatter sound, decreasing reverberation time relative to a flat wall surface. How is ditto installed? Any contractor, such as a drywall, ceiling, lighting, or mill worker, can install the system. We supply detailed and easy-to-follow assembly instructions. Ditto can be connected to a number of wall structures such as drywall, sheetrock, plaster, concrete, or brick, as long as the wall is structurally sound and the contractor uses appropriate fixtures for the wall type. Based on the solution type selected, anchor conditions will need to be specified as well. We estimate that a 10 by 10 tile wall or partition will take 2 hours to install, though the install time will significantly decrease if the installer already has experience with ditto. During installation, we strongly recommend replicating the design and pattern of the ditto tiles on the floor first, then connecting the ditto together with the hardware, starting in one corner and proceeding line by line. Once the piece of ditto is fully assembled, then install the ditto into the final space. What is the lead time, price point, and size availability for ditto? The standard production lead time for ditto starts at 3 to 4 weeks. The price for ditto starts at around $35 to $85 per square foot for most systems. Finally, when it comes to size availability, remember that since ditto is a modular grid system, it can only be fitted to the nearest full tile size. What design options are available for ditto? There's a number of design options for ditto, starting with the wall size. Specifiers can choose the width and height of their design either by indicating the number of tiles or by indicating the height and width in feet. With this information, the studio project manager can indicate the closest number of tiles that fit that specified area, rounding down to the nearest tile size. In the initial stages, specifiers will also decide on a specific type of solution. That is, whether they need a partition, a wall feature, a ceiling feature, curved partition, or a wall-to-ceiling feature. Another obvious design option is the configuration of tiles. The flexibility of ditto allows for custom configuration of the tiles. The online ditto configuration tool can be used to design a unique configuration. The type of material is another key design option. Any of the 50 C3 colors are available, including the universal and supplemental C3 colors. A number of different wood finishes are available. Also, any Varia eco-resin material that can be made into 1/16 inch can be used in the ditto system. Keep in mind that a minimum of 1 color and a maximum of 3 colors or materials can be combined to create a specific design. Finally, specifiers can choose between 2 different connection types, flush and 3D. Can ditto be pre-assembled? On a project-by-project basis, ditto can be assembled by 3form. The standard charge is $100 per 4 foot by 8 foot sheet. The order would ship in partially assembled segments close to 4 feet by 8 feet in size. For the time being, pre-assembly must be approved by the studio general manager. Can ditto be used in exterior formats? Ditto is not approved for exterior solutions because the Varia eco-resin is heat sensitive and the 1/16 inch gauge is too thin.